Today we're talking to the young warriors in the church. Now, right through the ages, young warriors have always been in the forefront of battles because they're full of vitality and energy and strength and desire that opportunity to prove themselves. And so older men have spent time shaping and molding them for battle. Notice that when Jesus chose his disciples, he chose young men. Many of them were still teenagers when they followed the Lord. Now, our battle is not fought with fists and spears. It is fought for the soul of our nations, for good against evil, for the Lord's kingdom. And sometimes it worries me that there are so few men, young men in the church. Perhaps we have a role to play here. Young men need to take the lead. And Paul says this, likewise, urge the younger men to be self-controlled. Show yourself in all respects as a model of good works, and in your teaching show integrity, gravity, and sound speech that cannot be censured. Then any opponent will be put to shame, having nothing evil to say of us. Do you see that word urge? Urge or urgent. It's an urgent task to call out the warriors and young men and give them a chance to prove themselves in battle. In South Africa, we have a group called the YMG. And, Young Men's Guild. The problem is many of them are no longer young, in the 70s, 80s, or even 90s. It's a uniform group that have a beautiful red waistcoat and grey trousers and a black blazer. And they all see their task of building the church. But they build it by calling out the young warriors. And once a year they have an evening, normally a Saturday before Easter. And they have a robing service where they bring these young boys and men and they give them their vest. And you see all these young men, sometimes 13 and 14, standing there with pride because they're standing amongst the men. And then they're given an opportunity to preach. This is not a prepared service. There are no notes. They get out there and they preach with all the gestures and passions, and the older men interpret into different languages at the same time. It's a beautiful celebration of the young warrior. Now, I don't know all what they say, and probably some of it hasn't got all the wisdom of years yet. But I value because churches have seen it as an urgent task to encourage the young men to battle for the Lord. How do you in your church encourage the young men and give them an opportunity to lead? God bless and have a great day.